Hey folks, Shannon Fox here, the Road to Patriots 2 channel, and I have got a great clip here for you. It is Kash Patel and Clay Clark. It's Clay Clark and General Flynn's Reawakening Tour. They travel all across the United States and hold several events a year. I had the great fortune of going to one about a year and a half ago. Met some really great people there, and I just want to say the tickets are what you can afford. Literally, if you can only afford $5 for tickets, they'll sell you a ticket for $5. That's how much Clay Clark really wants to wake up America. It's not about the money to him. Me and William Archibald and Matt and several other podcasters got to interview Clay Clark a couple of times on one of these on another channel when we were all doing like a multi-podcast together. And Clay Clark loves America, no doubt about it, just from everything I've listened to him say, all the questions I got to ask him, and just listen to his feedback. He's not very YouTube friendly because of the things he talks about, because he don't care what people think. He just wants to get the truth out there. And for that alone, he has started these Reawakening tours, and I encourage everybody to go. This is not a plug for Reawakening tours, but yeah, everybody needs to go and see a Reawakening tour if you get the chance. Just to meet all the people that are trying to do what you're trying to do. Wake up America. Be informed. Be encouraged to get involved. And that's what this is all about for these folks. But we got Kash Patel here dropping bombs. Kash Patel was an NSA director under Trump. Knows all the ins and outs of what's going on with our intelligence agencies, and I listen to him quite regularly. I follow him on a couple of different platforms just because if there's any truth to be told about the insides of the deep state, Kash Patel's the man that knows that stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got Clay Clark and Kash Patel up on stage at the Reawakening Tour, and just the information that comes out in these few minutes alone will let you know you definitely would like to go to an event like this in person. It was definitely worth the, I guess you would say, trouble. Here we go.
Hot now, you're good.
Oh, hey, wow, all right. Thanks for sticking around, y'all.
Now, Kash, I got 5 questions for you. Then we're going to have to take some questions from the people.
Let's do it.
Okay. Question number 1. You're with President Trump often?
This morning.
This morning, okay. So, how's he doing? What's going on? What can you tell us? How's he doing? A lot of prosecution going on right now.
Yeah, he's in the best spirits I've ever seen him since I've known him. Best health, best spirits, best mental fight. And you ask him all the time, why is he in this fight when he's taking so many incoming arrows? And his answer is pretty simple: because this country's worth saving. So that's what we do.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people, they're, different basketball players, they have like a handshake they do before the game. There's a certain kind of a code, if you're in the club or not. Team Trump has the Diet Coke Club. Can you tell everybody the nature of the Diet Coke Club and why everybody close to President Trump is always sipping on a Diet Coke? What's that all about?
It must be his, whatever the opposite of kryptonite is for him. And everybody, I drink it too now. I don't even like it, and I still drink it.
No, I'm serious. Everyone who's around Trump is like, they always are sipping on Diet Coke.
Try turning down a Diet Coke in the Oval Office from the President of the United States. What are you talking about? It's like, we're not going to do that.
Okay. Tell everybody the first time that you met President Trump. Like, how did that transition?
That's not a good story.
Don't share it with us. Can you share?
Oh, man. You're going to make me do it?
Yeah, please do.
First day.
Folks, this is hilarious. You got to hear this. This just starts off the conversation, but it does get a little bit more into what's going on with the deep state. And even Kash Patel even plugs his book a little bit, Government Gangsters, which I would love to read when it comes out on audiobooks. I'll definitely be listening to it.
At the National Security Council, I get a call to go see the boss in the Oval Office, and I know we're live streaming this, and they're going to love this. So I get in the Oval Office, it's me and a couple other nameless people, and I'd never met him, I'd never spoken to him, I'd never talked to him, I've just seen him, and I report for duty. And they were like, oh, the president wants to meet you. I'm like, oh, man, this is awesome. So I get my suit on, I got my man bag, I'm running in there, and I walk in, and he's like, hey, you want a photo? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, who doesn't want a photo? And he's sitting behind the Resolute desk, and you're just like, wow, this is amazing. You're in the middle of the Oval, I'm on the other side, he's over there, he gets the photographer, and he's like, Kash, come on. And so in my head, I'm like, drop man bag, walk around, stand next to the commander-in-chief, and get a photo. That would have been cool. In reality, I throw my man bag across the oval. It hits the flag of the United States of America. I run over and catch the flag from falling. He looks at me, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't effing know. He's like, you want a photo or not? And I got the photo, and then it's all good from there.
Could you imagine that? Okay, now somehow you go from throwing the bag at the flag to a point where he's actually trusting you to eliminate terrorists off the planet Earth. How did that transition? Does he go, you're good at hitting the flag with the bag, why don't you go hit some terrorists with the bag? I mean,
I think if I let the flag fall on the floor, he would have been, you're out. Okay. But I caught it, so I think that was my saving grace.
So how did that transition period, how did you become the guy who was, tell us about the task of eliminating terrorists.
No, I mean, look, manhunting terrorists is my background. A lot of these guys over here, that's what they used to do. And running counterterrorism for the boss, simple mission set, right? Kill Al-Qaeda senior leadership, wipe out the emirs of ISIS, bring home American hostages, blow up the cartels down south, and end the forever wars. That's an apolitical mission set that President Trump unleashed on the world. And we are seeing the exact reverse of that. I was talking to Mike Flynn about it just before. They're not stupid. This is intentional destruction of our country and the world. Listen. President Trump and his team withdrew out of 4 wars. These guys have started 2. That's net 6. And no one's talking about that. And Congress is fixing to send our men and women over to Israel. Whether that's right or wrong is not the question. It's whether it's the right time for us when we're getting crushed at the southern border. And that's not a coincidence. That is all interconnected. It is no surprise that terrorists are coming in through our southern border by the same people, Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah. They've been working with the CCP to do it for years. And the scary thought is this fact that Mayorkas and Biden let out the other week. There's 24 terrorist affiliates that they lost in the United States of America that came in through our southern border. Well, if 224,000 are coming in every day, how many others do you think they lost? And that's an intentional decision to not complete the border wall, to let CCP kill our youth with fentanyl, to let the cartels grow, and to fund the war that Iran and Hezbollah and Hamas are bringing to Israel. I don't care what Tony Blinken says. That $6 billion ain't frozen, and it's going to them.
Now, the removal of terrorists from the planet Earth, I want to focus on this because some of the terrorists that you guys eliminated from the planet are some seriously horrible people. I just want to know, what's that like? Do you have like a red phone that you have on your desk and you get the call and you do, is it, how does that process work?
Well, I mean, look, you like DOD, the intel community, you do reps and sets. You just prepare, because you never know when the day is going to be. And of course, it was a Saturday. It was like Halloween, the Baghdadi raid. It's in the book. And I'm wearing a garbage outfit, like shredded jeans, a hoodie. I go to the White House, think it's just going to be another day, same thing. Boss calls, get in the situation room, we're going. So then I got to get the emergency suit, I got to get the ugly tie from my girlfriend that I hung around the doorknob, and I got to put all this together, and of course that's the day we go out and kill Baghdadi, which was one of the coolest days ever, but the mission set was simple. It didn't change for the president that it was Baghdadi versus any other low-level offender. His priority was the safety of America, American soldiers. We weren't going to go unless they were as secure as we could make it, and just to watch him unleash the National Command Authority in the fashion it was meant to do was something that makes you want to go out and do it over and over and over and over again. And I bet you right now, every single Democrat, they're not going to admit it publicly, who knows of an American that's hostage in Israel right now, who knows of an American that's been killed over there, wishes President Donald J. Trump was on the mission set with the button.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition into questions from people who are not me. So they're going to get.
Now, folks, this is just a little small segment. It is a 29-minute clip. I will leave a link in the description below. It is a Facebook clip. That is where I found it. But if you choose not to deal with Facebook and you want to go find it, you can look up Reawakening Tour on Rumble or Truth, your choice of platforms. It is not here on YouTube, I do not believe. And also, you can go to Kash Patel, and I'm sure he's got video clips of most of his stuff, including this as well. Let's go ahead and get back into it. I'll play you a couple more minutes, folks, of the good stuff. But Kash Patel is one of the few people that we know for a fact, like General Flynn, will work in Trump's cabinet. Matter of fact, I would like for Kash Patel to be like Attorney General or Director of DOD, really top position, to where he could have some oversight to all this corruption that we all know is happening right now.
Yeah, good. I'm going to bring up Josh. Okay, and I'm going to bring up General Flynn. So, General Flynn, you can ask Kash any question you want, and then Josh, you can ask any question you want here. And again, the goal here is to ask questions, no statement questions. I want to get as many questions as we can. There are no bad questions. I just want to get as many as we can from you guys. So we'll try to get 20 questions or more. Okay. So, question number one, General Flynn, what do you got for Kash?
Oh boy.
I want to know, if you haven't seen this book, it's a great book. Government Gangsters. So there's picture. And maybe zoom in from the online. This picture's great. You know, for those that have ever served in government, you have these chain of command, like wall pictures for the bosses, right? So I want to know from Kash, when he's the Attorney General for the United States of America, will you put this picture up on the wall as this is the boss?
Only if you sign it with Clay. Then it's going
I
up
will
there.
sign it. That is awesome. Government Gangsters. This is a great book.
Thank you.
Now, folks, Kash, one of the things I love about Kash is that he opens himself up for questions. He was in Nashville. We were in Nashville, and he said, I want to take some questions from the audience. And I go, from these people. You want to, because I know you, because you're like me, you're unfiltered. You just want to get to the facts. So we're going to let you ask any question you want, okay? Any question you want, and that's great, because very few politicians, how many know, very few people who are in elected office or serving the government will open themselves up for questions. You guys, any questions you want, okay? So Josh, we're going to go to your first question here. So Josh, what's your first question for Kash Patel here? First question.
Or Flynn. I'm not letting you go.
All right, Kash. Clay keeps talking to me about your golf game.
Oh, geez.
That you play some golf with President Trump quite often. So I've got a two-part question. First part is, what's it like to play golf with President Trump? And second part, how do I get in on that action?
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll do like a fundraising thing where all the charity money goes to the hospital or relief efforts. I think we could probably convince the boss to do that. And playing with him is great. I was with him this morning and he fixed my drive. Only that guy could fix such a terrible golf swing. So he's the best, but it's work. He figures out a way, like he did when he was president, like when we were killing Baghdadi or bringing home hostages. He always makes sure you appreciate the moment and injects a little bit of humor. It's okay, even the most serious of situations, to have a little bit of humor, because it reminds you what you're fighting for. And the golf course is no different, other than he will drink more Diet Cokes than I will.
All right, great question.
That's all I got for you, folks. Full video in the link in the description below. Like I said, it is a Facebook clip. If you don't have no problems going over to Facebook, you can watch the entire 30-minute clip. But like I said, there's other ways to watch it. Everybody have a great day, great weekend, should I say. I will do my best to bring you another video tomorrow. I do have a very busy day lined out, though, doing other things. But see you then. Over and out.